I bought this automatic pond fish feeder on Amazon for my koi pond. I read the reviews and they said that the predator can knock this down easily, even though there's like brackets here that can scoot out into the pond, I guess, or wherever you place it. And also predator can easily break this apart. So what I plan to do is build a cabinet and then put this inside a cabinet, and I leave the opening for the food to come out when it dispense, and also increase the holding capacity from these 4 liters to maybe triple the size. And that way it lasts a little bit longer because my fish are big and my pond is big. So this is what I want to do. I built a frame already, and this is a roughly between these is about 12 inches wide, but you can make any size you want. And this is roughly about 24 inches high, with about 30-degree angle for the rainwater to go down easily. What I plan to do is build a door right here, so that way for easy access. And also the roof cover going to be lift up and down. That way it's a lot easier to refill. And inside I'm going to line the wall around, so that way all the food gonna go down into this bowl right here. So and then I'm gonna reattach this down to my pond because I have a wall. Of course, you know, I'm gonna build a floor here and reinforce. I'm gonna have screwed these down, so that way this is gonna be pretty sturdy. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I made the lid already, so now I'm gonna go back and explain the process. The idea is that I have this thing at 15 degrees, slide down like this for the rainwater to go down easily, which means if I have a bar coming up here against this and once against this, and this side gonna be locked in automatically because of the 15 degrees difference between this and this wall. So this is what it looked like when it's in. This side will not lift up because that 15 degree, so I don't worry about animal got push it up. See, I can lift this up without have to any lock mechanism. So this is what I do. I take these two. These are measured between these distance here and this one, this distance here. And then I use the table saw. I know this is 15 degrees angle, so I cut the edge 15 degrees. And as you can see right here, this is the edge I cut. And then I put them on these here. This one on this side, this one on this side. The reason is that so that way it come up to this level. So when I put it in, all I have to do is slide it down and lock. And then I know that it's touching this surface, so I just use stapler and staple it. And it was sticking like that. So when I close, going down, boom. Now it's tied. Okay, I'll go over the mechanic on how I want this thing to lock up. I didn't want to do anything else, just make a simple lock. So I make 2 drill using the drill bit here. This is a size 9/16, and these nails here is about 3 inches. I bend the corner, so that way it's easy to pull in and out. And I just drill here like that. And put this through. This was pre-drill earlier. Now it's completely locked. So when I refill, just take this out, refill with the food, and close it back in, push it in, push it in. And now, usually I always say you don't have to take it out all the way, just leave like this when you refill the food. That way you don't drop it. Or you can tie a fishing string or some small string into here, and then maybe staple it down here somewhere, so that way you take it out and let it hang down like this. Whichever way, be creative. But anyway, this is how I design the lock for it. Pretty simple, don't have to buy anything. Now is the last step that I need to do, is because that bowl right there is only 4-liter size, and my koi are quite big. They eat a lot, so that maybe lasts a week of feeding. So anyway, what I want to do is to make the wall up here and kind of slide angle down like that, kind of extension of this all the way up to the top, so that way I can expand the holding capacity of the food to perhaps, you know, come out maybe, I would say 10 or more liters, so that way it can hold the food for longer than a week for sure, or maybe possible when 2 weeks, should I go on a vacation, you know, for a couple of weeks. In any event, so that's the next thing I'm gonna do, and then that will be it. Okay, I've been test drive this out for the last couple of weeks, and everything went as planned. So let me show you what I have done. As you can see, my pond has this Arizona stone on top. What I do with the 4 legs is, see right here, I'll put it in a 3-inch screw, and it go right under that to lock it in, so I can push all I want. Doesn't matter what kind of animal, we're never gonna knock this down. So be 1 screw there, and the second one over there, there's an opening for the food to fall out. And in the back, I did the same thing. Another screw, another 3-inch screw here, another one over there. That just to lock in, it go right under this flat stone. All right, and I decided not to paint it because it looked more natural. This wood here I use is called cedar redwood, and these are basically for the fence ladders. The ladders they use to make it property fence. So these are gonna last probably 20 years easily, even without painting. So let me show you what I did inside. Okay, now the feeder itself comes with a 4-liter capacity, and I want to make it twice that. So what I do is I use this bag here. This is a 22-pound bag koi food, and I just turn it, make it that shape, and then staple along the way. You see there's a bunch of staple that I use, just regular paper stapler that I use at home, and I staple in all the way down here. Basically maybe 30 staples to keep it sturdy. Then basically it just goes in like this and you pour in, and this increases the capacity up to about 10 liters versus that only have 4 liters. The 4 liters usually it lasts me almost about a week until the feeding capacity wise. About half left in there. I refilled this about 3 days ago. So that's what it looked like. So if you don't want to, I mean, you can just use a 4-liter capacity, and then when you go out of town more than a week or something, then you can add in the other to increase the capacity. Now I did not bother to nail this down because it's pretty sturdy in here, and I know that no animal is gonna touch it because of the housing. So looks pretty good already. No need to do anything. Well, if you have any questions or comments, just put it below and I will try my best to respond. Here's a pass. I set it up for max output. Okay, look like it works. Okay, here's an update. It's been working great, except every few days I have to come out and adjust it, and you can see that the raccoon put it all in, and then it would push this to the side, and then the food got stuck there. So now you can see there's a gap here. I use this about 1/2 inch wood. These are so I'm gonna do, I'm put a piece of wood like this, so that way the food is still fall through, but the raccoon have no access to the container anymore. I know that inside, let me open up inside so we can take a look at it. I make this an extension so I can refill the food, and it would like hold it for like a month. You can see in here, obviously it pushed to the side that way there. That's why all the food got stuck on the corner. A lot of it. So let me clean this out. And I know the unit come with these bracket that you can install on the side and put the bracket in here on both sides to hold it in place too. I didn't do that because it's easier for me to take this out if I need to take it out. I might put it in now too, but I think the issue will be resolved after putting the piece of wood here to cover. That's all for the update, and everything else been working great. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Okay, this is a finished product. This is what it looks like. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.